Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, everybody. I,
Hello.
do, I don't know what week of the quarantine we're in at this point. Um, I've given up trying to count, and I suspect most people have too. But we're here. It's another week done. So we'll just go ahead and kind of say goodbye to every week feels weird. So I'm just going to say goodbye to another week rather than say goodbye to an even weirder week than the last one because there's almost no comparing anymore. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with Hine Matov this time. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet amim gam yachad. So welcome everyone. Ooh, things are skipping ahead on us. Welcome everyone. Hine Matov. As always, see how good it is when peoples sit together. The biblical word there, the biblical Hebrew word shevet there means to sit, but it also means to dwell. So it kind of has this dual meaning of recognizing not just that we are in the same place now, but that we live in the same place, even if we don't really live right in the same place with one another. Does somebody want to read the blessing for the candles, either in Hebrew or in English?
Yeah, I like to read.
Okay.
Nevarek et haor ba'olam, nevarek et haor ba'adam, nevarek et haor del Shabbat. Let us bless the light in the world. Let us bless the light in humanity. Let us bless the light of Shabbat.
And as always, demonstrating a good faith, I have candles for those who don't. Thank you, Laura. And I thought we'd mix things up just a little bit by pulling in Eifo Ori, which we don't do very often in quarantine Shabbat. So I figured we'd add it in and we'd do it this time. It seems like every so often we really ought to do one of the songs that Rabbi Wein wrote since he founded the movement. Where is my light? My light is in me. Where is my hope? My hope is in me. Where is my strength? My strength is in me. And in you. And in you. Where is my strength? My strength is in me. And in you. And in תקוותי, תקוותי בי, איפה כוחי, כוחי בי, וגם בך, וגם בך, איפה כוחי, כוחי בי, וגם בך, וגם בך. Would someone like to read the blessing for wine, either in Hebrew or English, or both, depending on what you want to try your hand at? Ami.
מברך את בורא בית הגפן, let us bless those who create the fruit of the vine.
Thank you. And is there somebody who has a bread product and would like to say the blessing? Dunya, excellent.
Nevarat hamotzi im lechem min haaretz. Let us bless those who bring forth bread from the earth.
Thank you. I have not been getting my customary biscuits in advance of Shabbat, so I'm biscuitless this time. And every week I mention that we've sort of adapted some of the traditional Kabbalat Shabbat songs, music, and poetry for our own kind of welcoming of Shabbat and welcoming of other people. And today, I think just thinking about welcoming each other and hoping for peace and a good week is a good enough reason to sing this song. Shalom Aleichem, Ohavei HaShalom, Shomrei Shalom. Shalom Aleichem, Rodfei HaShalom, Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Ohavei HaShalom, Shomrei Shalom. Shalom Aleichem, Rodfei HaShalom, Shalom Aleichem. Boachem HaShalom, Ohavei HaShalom, Seichem V'Shalom. Miyom Zeh Leyamim Habayim, Shalom Aleichem. Boachem HaShalom, Ohavei HaShalom, Seichem V'Shalom. Miyom Zeh Leyamim Habayim, Shalom Aleichem. And as always, adapted by Rabbi Peter Schweitzer, who is the Rabbi Emeritus of City Congregation that we were talking about earlier, and Rabbi Jeffrey Falick, who is currently the rabbi at the Birmingham Temple. And it means peace to you, those who love peace, guardians of peace, peace to you, pursuers of peace, peace to you, come in peace, those who love peace, go in peace, from today and in all the days to come, peace to you. And we've been working with a couple of different Lachadodi melodies. For Juneteenth, I snuck in kind of a new one that is a little bit harder for me to sing, but is actually, I think, a nicer one than one of the more traditional ones. So we'll kind of go with that again. And remembering that with that particular version of Lachadodi, the chorus actually comes first. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya Shabbat Lechu v'necha Ki et habracha Hi meniyah Besimcha Berina u'betzahala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Yalalai lai 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 Yalalai lai 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 Yalalai lai 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 Yalalai lai 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 Yalalai lai 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 Yalalai lai 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 Yalalai lai 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 Yalalai. So as I mentioned, I'm not going to do from the front reflections, but we'll just break out into little discussion rooms for 5 minutes or however long, and just have a chance to check in with each other and talk.
We're back.
I see. Okay. So I hope everybody had a good discussion. I just didn't visit any of you to allow you to have whatever kind of discussion you wanted. I don't want there to be pressure like, oh, well, the rabbi's here, so now we can't talk about XYZ thing. So that's why I kind of stayed out.
We could guess about it.
Come again, Ami?
So we could guess it about it.
You could do that if you wanted to do that, yes.
We didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well, so I didn't give instructions. I just figured, oh, you'll talk and I won't be there.
Yeah. We
Which,
complained about the weather.
yeah, which is an apt thing to complain about.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I do not enjoy this sort of weather. Oh, okay. So I've been having issues with the mouse advancing all night, and I figured out what it was. I'm using one of these very fancy Apple mice, and it's very sensitive to any touch, and it's been advancing on its own. So now I will stop using that mouse. Oh, Joyce was elected to the Board of Healthcare Reporters. Is that so?
Yeah, the board of directors for the Association of Healthcare Journalists. It was actually an actual election. So because, now that I'm not on the Mahar board, I just have all this time on my hands.
Right.
Mazal tov.
Thank you.
Well, but you're also on the adult ed committee, so
I am.
you haven't traded,
No,
one burden for another.
it's keeping busy, right? But thanks.
So just, we won't read it today, but just calling back to mind healers and those working in healthcare and essential industries that never knew they were essential workers until all of a sudden they were essential workers. As well, because we're talking about simchas and sorrows, I thought I would add in that Millie Goodman turns 92 tomorrow. That Roz gave her a call. Roz had to drop off of the call because she could not get her voice stuff to work even through the phone. But Millie turns 92 tomorrow, and sounded like she was in good spirits, although Millie always sounds like she's in good spirits, so it's difficult to tell. And as well, this is kind of the moment to think about other members of our communities who are having a difficult time, are in need of help. If there are people that you know, as always, please feel free to mention. And as well, people that you've lost, if it's at this time of year or just significant. Carl Reiner. Vicki mentioned Carl Reiner.
Steve Bornstein, my brother-in-law.
Steve Bornstein. Okay.
He's been diagnosed with inoperable lung cancer.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I am sorry, Anne.
And of course, it's in California, and we couldn't go there even if we wanted. And,
Yeah. Gosh. And as well, thinking of Marlene Platt, who, if she hasn't left, she's soon to leave for Florida to visit her son in hospice. And Myrna and her kids, Myrna's ex-husband is also in hospice, and they are having to deal with that as well. So if you want to read this along with me, you can. If you have a different thing you want to read or a different thing you want to reflect on or say, you're perfectly welcome to do so. Nitgadal v'nitkadash beruach ha'adam. Let us enhance and exalt ourselves in the spirit of humanity. Let us acclaim the preciousness of life. Let us show gratitude for life by approaching it with reverence. Let us embrace the whole world, even as we wrestle with its parts. Let us, each in our own way, take up our share in serving the world and seeking truth. May our commitment to life help us to strengthen healing of spirit and peace of mind. May healing and peace permeate and comfort all of Israel and all those who dwell on earth. And let us say, Ken Yehi, may it be so. And as always, Na'aseh Shalom comes at the end of our Kaddish, just as Ya'aseh Shalom comes at the end of the traditional mourner's Kaddish. Na'aseh Shalom ba'olam, Na'aseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam, ve'imru Shalom. Na'aseh Shalom ba'olam, Na'aseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam, ve'imru Shalom. Na'aseh Shalom, Na'aseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam. Na'aseh Shalom, Na'aseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam. Na'aseh Shalom, Na'aseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam. Na'aseh Shalom, Na'aseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam. Na'aseh Shalom, Na'aseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam. Would someone like to read our kind of closing reading poem? Thanks, Joyce.
I can. Okay. This is the fast we must undertake, to break unjust fetters, to let the oppressed go free, to share your bread with the hungry and shelter the homeless poor. If you do away with the yoke, the clenched fist, the wicked word, if you give your bread to the hungry and relief to the oppressed, your light will rise in the darkness. Adapted from Isaiah.
Not using this mouse again. Went right to the end of the show. So we'll close with our usual concluding song, Od Yavo Shalom, which is the happier version of Naaseh Shalom in a lot of ways, I think. And a little more of a universalist one because it has Hebrew and Arabic in it. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam, Salam Aleinu Ve'al Kol Ha'olam, Salam, Salam, Salam Aleinu Ve'al Kol Ha'olam, Salam, Salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam, Salam Aleinu Ve'al Kol Ha'olam, Salam, Salam, Salam Aleinu Ve'al Kol Ha'olam, Salam, Salam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kulam. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shalom. Thank